All right, this part of the video is going to be the gas line. So I've already installed the main line. This is 3/4 inch iron pipe with a brass fitting right there. That goes to the tanks. And then, as you can see, there's a T fitting, goes off to a shutoff valve with a 3/8 attachment for the copper tubing, copper pipe. And then all the way at the end, there's an elbow. Now that fitting is going to go over to the oven, cooktop. That one all the way down the end is going to turn and go through that gap over the axle, and it's going to go to the back of the trailer for the water heater. So now we have to do this copper tubing. All right, so what you're going to need, one of the issues I had with that 3-inch iron pipe was that, or 3/4 inch, is I bought a bunch of these. And these are the brackets to attach it to the belly of the Airstream with this rubber. And the problem was, this rubber makes it really difficult to fit a 3/4 inch pipe in a 3/4 inch clamp. I don't know why they would design it like that, but I had to see what I did. What I found out was you got to go a 1/4 inch bigger. So this is 1 inch clamp, because the rubber takes up room for it to clamp onto. So, give you an example, this is 3/4 inch pipe. And you might ask, why am I using 3/4 inch pipe? I've only got two appliances, the water heater and the oven, cooktop. I'm just going by what the trailer had in it. It had 3/4 inch pipe. It was pretty old, original. So I decided to just replace it. So here is a 3/4 inch clamp. I put this 3/4 inch clamp on here, and there's no way you can clamp it down unless you bend everything, and then it just never squeezes together. But a 1 inch clamp fits perfect, and when you clamp it down, it's tight. Now, that's for that. Get rid of those. And these, this is 3/8 copper tubing, and this is what I'm going to be using to go from the main line down up through the floor and into the appliance. And you have to take one of these, and then you have to flare the end of the copper. But I got these clamps. Says that these are, I can't even read it, but I think these are 3/8 tube clamps, and amazingly they fit perfect on 3/8 tubing. Okay, so I don't get the 3/4 inch, having to use 1 inch clamps for 3/4 inch tubing. Maybe, I don't know, maybe this is thinner than the other one, I don't know. But what we got to do now is we're going to have to clamp this in. So you can do this by getting a tool. And that's this thing right here. I got it off Amazon. It's just a pipe flaring tool. You can find them on Amazon. Comes with this one comes with a pipe cutter, and it also comes with a deburring tool and a spare cutting wheel, which is pretty cool. So this end is not very clean, so I'm going to first trim this end off, get it on there, give it a little more quarter turn each time, I guess. Never done this before, so it's first time for me. There you go. Now let's see if it'll. Man. There we go. It's tight. I gotta give it enough room though. Get it down on there so that I can get the flaring tool on. So when you put this on, you set it on the 3/8, because this is 3/8. Let me deburr this real quick. And you want it to stick out like an 1/8 of an inch. And you need to tighten this up enough so it doesn't turn on you when you go to flare it. It'll try to push the pipe through. So then you make sure that you get the right flaring which is this right here. Make sure you get the right flaring in. This is going to flare it. That goes on here. Just like that. Back it out. Then, if I can lower this down so. You take this and you want to back it out some more. Yeah, back it out some more. Back it out a lot. There we go. It kind of turns so that it locks into these grooves here. The actual tool. So you put it in, turn it till it locks in. Turn this until it gets lined up with the copper pipe, and then go ahead and turn it. So it tightens up, and then let it back out. And you'll see you'll get that flare this out. Take this out. And there you have it. And you take this back out until it's all the way. You should have a nice copper seat right there. So, I got that end done. Where my main pipe comes out, it's a 5/8 above the underside of the trailer. So it comes out, so the copper line is going to have to come out and do a little up like that. So that's what I got this for. So this is all new to me. So I need to take this, and this thing is set up for 3 different size pipes: 1/8 inch, 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, and 3/8. And I'm using 3/8. So I'm gonna stick it in, and I only want to take this. I have to remember and just give it a little nudge. And then I'm gonna flip it completely around. And I'm going to give it another nudge. I forget how to get this out. So now, they're definitely not perfect. I got a little thing in it, so when it goes in, I'll be able to tighten it down and it'll rest up against the trailer. From this point to the center should be about 5/8. Which, that's about right. So then I gotta come out 9 inches. And then I gotta do a 90 turn. So if I'm going to be coming up this way, nine inches, then I'm going to turn to the left. I gotta mark it. There's a marker on the tool, has a 0. I'm assuming that's the edge of the bend, so I'm making sure that my 0 lines up, which it does now. Make sure I'm at a 90. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this until I get a 90 right there. You'll see on the tool where the 0 lines up with the 90. That's a 90-degree turn. Now I have a 90-degree turn, and I have it right at, well, it looks like I'm about maybe a 1/4 inch short. Right at about 9 inches. So So now I got to measure from that 9-inch point down to where I want it to come into the trailer. Here's my water heater. And what I'm going to do is I am going to bring this water line in. I'm going to use a male-to-male coupling, 3/8, to go to this flex pipe. And I'm going to bring it up right up inside there so that I can join them together. So I got to drill a hole through there. But that is only about 3 inches to the right of the water heater. So let me look at that. So here's the water heater. This is the end. So I need to bring it up right around here. So I have to measure how far I need to go. We're going to bring it up right about right here. So I need to measure from here all the way back to there. See how far I can go with that. All right, 48 inches. I gotta go. And then what I'm gonna have to do is another elbow. So, or another 90. Let's go ahead and pull out some of this. So if we're going to go this way, let's see, I'm going to use this as a reference. All right, there's 48 inches. Okay. Now we got to turn this. We're going to turn it to the right. Okay, that looks good. Oop, oop, oop. No, I don't want to turn it that way. Gotta be careful. I don't want to bend it in the wrong direction. So if I turn it this way, and do this. another 90. Got a little crease in it. Okay, so now I'm going to be turning this way. And now this is going to have to do a little, there's a little curl it's got to do. I've got to measure how far out do I need to go. All right, 9 inches. So, same 9 inches. This time we have to curl it up. Oops. So we have our 9-inch mark, but this time I've got to go up with it. I don't want it to be this way, it's got to come in through the top like here. No, that's gonna, oh, wrong way. I think I need to right there. Here's 90. All right. I don't like it, got a little kink in the hose there, but I think it'll be okay. I'm going to go up about this much just to be sure. So one of the things I noticed is that I've got to take this end that goes up into the trailer, so it'll be going like this. I've got to take it down and then let it come up. So I'm actually gonna do this by hand. I'm just gonna bend right here just a little. And then I'm going to bend right here just a little. So we'll have So we'll have that. See what I mean? Sorry if some of this, if I'm missing some of it. I'm trying to remember the camera. So I don't want to flare this in or put the flare nut on yet, because I want to get it through the trailer. But I have my clamps that I'm going to use self-tapping screws to tighten it up to the belly. The only thing I need now is a 3/8 grommet as it goes through the aluminum belly. Now through the wood I'm not worried about, but the aluminum belly I want to make sure that there's a grommet for it. So let me find that. Okay, so here's some grommets. I got this grommet set, and I have grommets that go through thick and thin. I think this is, yep, this is it right here. So I got to cut a hole to match this grommet. Of course, nothing tells me what size it is. That's going to be tricky. I have a feeling it'll be 3/8, maybe 1/2 inch. Let's see. All right, so there you go. Copper line installed. Got the little dip in it. Goes over the axle, and then right up in. I gotta push that grommet up in there all the way. But that's it. Now I gotta run that line over to there for the cooktop. All right, now I got me a bottle with some dishwashing liquid and some water. Make some soapy water. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on some gas and check to make sure we ain't got no leaks. If I can get this on, come on. Spray here. Turn this on. All I'm looking for is some bubbles. Looks good. No bubbles anywhere. Now I gotta check these two connections, one there and one over there. I don't know if you can see it. I can't see the sun's in my eye. Yeah. Alright, so here's my connections here. I want to check that T. Wind blowing everything right in my face. I'm just looking for bubbles. And I don't see any. Check here. Don't see no bubbles. Now I gotta check this. Work on my brass fitting. Let's see. Turn that on. Spray this. I don't see no leaks. Now I gotta go in the trailer and check at the this is for the cooktop. So I had to actually make two connections. Let's see any bubbles. No bubbles there. And I got one more. Make sure that you check for leaks at this connection here. Look for any any kind of bubbles, which I don't have any. All right, so this is a Furion 17-inch. If you ever want to know how to get this glass cover off, don't make the mistake I did and put silicone along this edge, because this is this is part of this top part that comes off. And all you do is grab it in this back end, get it up on both ends, and then once you get it up, take it back and it'll disconnect from the front, and then you can pull it off. I put some silicone around it, which was a bad idea because I couldn't figure out why wasn't it coming off. And I literally sealed it to my cooktop. So don't do that. So we can go ahead and test this front one, which is this one. Push in. You can hear the gas. And we got flame. And then turn off. Now, the oven has like a pilot light all the way in the back. And what you do is you turn the knob and hold it in while you're turning the igniter. So I don't know if I wonder if I can rest my phone. I'll try to. Oh, there we go. Now push in the knob, turn it until you get the pilot, and then hit the igniter, and you should see a little blue flame show up. Hold that for a minute, 5-10 seconds, make sure it's nice and steady. Then you can let go and start turning on some flame. There you go. And then turn it back, and then push in. Well, I don't know if you have to push in. No, just go all the way to off. And that's to turn the oven on and off. All right, now we have to leak check the water heater. And since I'm not going to turn it on because I don't have any power hooked up to it, there should be no gas flowing because it won't be igniting. So we're just going to turn off the gas on this side to the cooktop, turn on the gas on the other side, and check that for leaks. All right, you can see if I turn this on, so I get these bubbles. I got a leak at this connector, so maybe it's not tight enough. All right, so this is the outside water hooked up. I'm checking cold and hot. I don't have a hot water heater hooked up yet though. It's pretty slow because it's coming from a garden hose. But I've got no leaks under the sink. No drips. This is the drain. Comes down through and then goes right in through there, and you can see water draining into the tank. Pressure from the garden hose isn't all that great. Pretty low. But this is the hot water. So there should be water flowing through this water heater, which it is, because if I check hot water, it's working good. I'm going to go ahead and run this for a while, make sure my black tank don't have any leaks or anything. You start seeing water showing up. Or can you? Yeah, there it is. Starting to show up. I'm going to let it run for a little bit, make sure nothing's leaking. I've already checked this side coming from the fresh water, but I haven't hooked up the water pump yet. So you run off that, you open that valve and close that valve, that's the outside. And you get from the freshwater tank, if you're boondocking, those are my two drains right there. So I'm going to let this run for a while and give it a check and empty the tank out. That's for the toilet. And then there's two lines there for the sink. And that's the drain for the sink, which is right here. I haven't set that up yet. So this is the last part to check. This is a black tank cleaner, part of the plumbing. I just hook a garden hose up to it. It goes right up by the exit of the black tank. And what it does is it just shoots a bunch of water all the way around the black tank to clean out any excess debris. So it looks like plumbing is done, except for the sink and the toilet. They just hooked them up. Everything is hooked up and nothing leaks. Any questions, hit me up. Any ideas? Did I do something wrong? I don't have any problem with some criticism. But subscribe. I'll talk to you all later.